kids, it's a wonderful day. I'm enjoying my day and I know you are as well. But guess what? Your day's gonna get a whole lot better because Little Learners is next on your TV screen. Lest I forget, I still remain the humble Rayhan Yusuf, your regular host for the program.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Story by Umi. My name is Asma Yusuf, and with me today I have
Rehan, Fuad,
Sophia,
Mohammed,
Rashad.
Thank you. So our story for today is about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, popularly known as Khalilullah. Before we go into details of the story, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
You're still watching Little Learners!
Welcome back. So, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was born many million years ago to Azar, a group of idol worshippers. Ibrahim, as a young child, was a very, very bright child. He was born a curious child. So right from a very tender age, he was always curious about so many things. He wondered who Allah was. He used to wonder about the suns, the stars, elements around. So initially, it was like, could the sun be God? And then we look at it. The sun sets in the morning, and by evening, the sun is out. And then he would say, no, this can't be. God cannot be one that goes on and off. He looked at the moon, the same thing. So every day, he used to wonder and think about this. He knew that what his people, his family, his father was worshipping couldn't be the right God. Because they were worshipping stones and idols and all. There was a time he actually asked his father, Father, why are you worshipping these things? They don't speak, they don't talk. You made these things, so why will you be worshipping them? How can you create a stone and then you decide that the stone is who you worship? And then his father says, no. This is what our forefathers worshipped, and this is what we are worshipping. So I reckon you to join us and worship the same thing. Ibrahim was never satisfied. He used to question so many things. He used to think and deliberate about a lot of these things. At midnight one day, Ibrahim decided that he was going to test these people. There was nobody there. Then Ibrahim went into the cave where the idols were stored. And then he destroyed almost all of them, except the biggest one. And then he went back to sleep. By morning, everybody woke up. And when they saw that the idols they worship were destroyed, they queried it. Who could have done this? They asked questions. And because they know, they were privy to the knowledge that Ibrahim never liked idols. So they asked him, who destroyed these things? And he'd be like, I don't know. The biggest one is there. Why don't you ask him? There and then, they realized he was making mockery of them. Because how can you ask something that did not talk? They were very, very furious about it. His father too was angry with him, and then they decided that they had to punish him. Because they knew at the point that it could only be Ibrahim that would destroy it. So they decided to throw Ibrahim into the fire as punishment. The king at the time, Nimrod, was in support of that. He said they should go ahead and throw him into the fire. So they set the fire, put the coals and everything, they put it together, set the fire. And as they put Ibrahim into the fire, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Angel Jibril to receive him and to make the fire cool for Ibrahim. So mashallah, they put him there expecting him to burn ablaze and all. By the end of the day, by the time the fire was cooled, they found Ibrahim unharmed. Subhanallah, isn't that magnificent?
Yes.
So somebody they set on fire, they realized at the end of the day that it could not burn, nothing happened. So some of them were wowed and impressed. They actually felt okay. They actually believed, okay, definitely this is the work of a greater being. And some at that point accepted Islam, some didn't. That's where we wrap up the story of Ibrahim for now. The story of Ibrahim is a long, long one about he got married and so many things. He built the Kaaba. But for this segment of the show, we're going to stop here for now. I'm sure you all have questions. We'll be right back and answer them after the break.
You're still watching Little Learners!
Welcome back. So before I take the questions, I like to say that in the Quran, there's a lot of stories about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, how he was as a young child, Prophet Ibrahim as an adult, as a father, Prophet Ibrahim as it relates to sacrifice, as Genesis of Eid that we celebrate, Prophet Ibrahim as it relates to the Kaaba, Prophet Ibrahim being the father of Islam, and so there's a lot to be learned about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. He is known as Khalilullah, the friend of Allah. He's regarded as Allah's best friend in some instances. So, but for today, we're going to stop at this story and then we'll take questions. And inshallah, sometime soon, we'll talk about so many other stories of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. So we'll take questions now. Rashad, do you have any questions?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question?
Why did the prophet destroy the
The idols.
yes.
Rashad always takes his time to ask questions. Okay, so thank you, Rashad. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam destroyed the idols because he didn't want his father and the people to be worshipping stones. The idols are like stones. They put stones together, they create it, they mold it, and they start worshipping it. Can you worship something that you have created? No. So he thought it was wrong for them to do that, and he wanted to teach them a lesson that if I destroy this thing now, if he's really God, God should be able to defend himself. God should be able to protect you. If he cannot protect himself, how can he protect you? So that's why he destroyed the idol, to show them that the person you are worshipping, the things you are worshipping, cannot even protect itself, so he can't protect you. Do you understand now?
Yes.
Thank you. Mo, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Why did he destroy all the statues but leave the biggest one?
Well, okay, you could. That's a very good question as well. He destroyed all the idols except for the biggest one. Why? Because he wanted an evidence, wanted a proof to show them that your idol that you are worshipping cannot protect itself, neither can it speak for itself. The others was there when the others were destroyed. Could it do anything? No, because it's not a living thing. There's no life in it. And not just that, it cannot speak. Remember when they came back and asked, who did this? He said, why are you asking me? Your idol is there. The biggest one is there. Ask it. And what did they feel? They felt foolish because really, the idol cannot talk. The idol cannot fight, cannot protect itself. So why are we worshipping it? At that point, some actually were convinced that what they were doing was wrong, and that was the purpose of Prophet Ibrahim doing what he did. Any other question? Do you understand now?
Yes.
Thank you. Any other question? Oh, okay. You have lots of questions. Okay, let's start forward.
What's the meaning of monotheism?
Monotheism. We live in the oneness of God. We live in the oneness of Allah. We believe that in Islam and some other religion, we believe that there is no God but Allah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So some people might say, okay, you can worship this and then you do some other thing. No, Islam does not believe in that. There's just one God, Allah, and that's who we serve. And that's what Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam promoted till his death. Do you understand? Okay, Ryan, you have a question.
Why did they decide to use fire as a punish? They could have used other things.
Other things. Another very excellent question. At the time, in those days, when you commit a sin, what was common was capital punishment, the highest form of punishment people could think of. Especially if they consider it that your crime is really massive. And in this case, in his own case, he committed a grave crime. Imagine what is considered God. And he now destroyed it. That's like the highest form of crime they knew anybody could commit at that time. And he felt it deserved the highest punishment. If you tell him to kneel down, no, how will he needed to be punished in the best form of way, the highest form of punishment for the biggest form of sin at that time for them. Do you understand that? Anyone? Are you okay? Okay.
I have a question.
Okay. What's your question?
Was his father happy with him when they wanted to put him inside the fire?
Well, just okay. The father was angry, like everybody else. The father believed solely in worshipping idols. That's what his father has known all his life. His forefathers worshipped idols. No, he asked father, why are you worshipping idols? He said, that's what our forefathers did, and that's what we do. So even as a father, he was not happy with him. Nobody was happy with him at the time because it was a grave sin he committed. So he was like, go ahead and throw him into the fire. I'm happy with it. Okay, viewers, I see it's been an interesting session with my team. I hope you had fun as well, and I hope you took valid lessons from there. Part of the lesson is that Islam teaches monotheism. There's only one God, Allah, and that's who we should worship. Another thing is we should learn that no matter what is going on around us, we should not be distracted. Ibrahim at that time, he was a young man, but he had opportunity to just follow the crowd. My people are worshiping this, but he declined to do that. He worshipped Allah. He believed that this was not the right way, and he did not follow it. He did not follow, oh, my friends are doing it. He didn't do that. He practiced only the religion that Allah's religion, and at no point in time did he compromise on anything. Then let's look at it again. Allah protected him because he believed in Allah. Faith in Allah is very, very important for us all. If you believe in Allah and you are righteous, inshallah, Allah will always protect you and guide you. May Allah guide us all. So for my end today, it's Masalam. I hope to see you soon, inshallah. Bye, Masalam.
You're still watching Little Learners.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Bakar Komi. I'm here to tell you the dua you say when you want to enter the toilet and when you are coming out. When you want to enter the toilet, you say Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubsi wal khaba'ith. When you are coming out, you say Ghufranaka. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Rehan Yusuf. I'm 9 years old. With me, I have my brother Ridwan for support. We are here to share with you a self-composed song titled Things at School. It's about objects you find in your classroom in both Arabic and English. 1, 2, 3, go. Al-ashyahu fi madrasati. Things at school. Things at school. Al-ashyahu fi madrasati. Things at school. Things at school. Kitabun book. Qalamun pen. chalk butaburatun, flag alamun, bell jarasun, chair kursiyun, library maktabatun, ruler mistaratun, al-ashyahu fi madrasati, things at school, things at school, al-ashyahu fi madrasati, things at school, things at school. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. You're still watching Little Learners. Wow! Did you see those talents? They're so cool. The DIY. I learned a thing or two. I'm sure you did as well. Do join us again for another exciting episode of the Little Learners. Chase your dreams. It's out there waiting for you. Be good. Au revoir. Thank you.